All systems go. Clear for takeoff.
Welcome back, everybody. Week 10 NFL Quick Hit Edition brought to you by SHIPITNation.com. I'm Gyiraszin. Hey, I'm excited to break down some positions here for you all week as we bring you quarterbacks on Tuesday, running backs, wide receivers on Wednesday. Thursday, we roll out some running backs. And then on Friday, we talk some tight ends and some defenses. But hey, before we do so, we got to make sure we hit that like button for me. Get over there to that Ship It Nation YouTube page. Hit that subscribe button for me. Definitely appreciate that. And then, hey, don't forget about our favorite sponsors of the show. Drafters, get you a nice little deposit bonus up to $100 by using promo code SHIPIT. Let's not forget about our friends over there at LineStar. Nice little tool, help you build your DFS teams and also some of your bets. And then let's not forget about Run the Sims, get you 10% off your membership by using promo code SHIPIT. And then, hey, if you want to join the Ship It Nation team and get on board with all the winners, use promo code MAYO, get you all the sports, NFL, NBA, PGA, MMA, NHL, everything we have to offer, the content, projections, tools, community, everything. Also get you the Ship It Education promo video here with Hoop and Tambo breaking down the NFL process. And then you get added title to it, and then we get a nice little NBA process video for you to help you out with your process yourself. So, hey, let's just dive into some Week 10. We got some quarterbacks here to talk about. We got 10 games here on the main slate this week. We got no Allens, Mahomes, and Hurts. We're going to be struggling a little bit to find that nice, juicy quarterback to get us to the top of them tournaments. We do have some injuries we're going to have to be concerned about here this week. Josh Dobbs is going to start for Minnesota over New Orleans. Heineke for Atlanta will start versus Arizona. Daniel Jones in his knee, he'll be out the rest of the year. It looks like we're going to see some Tommy, don't call me Danny DeVito. And then we got Kyler Murray with his knee. He should start. He's not priced up over there on FanDuel. I would expect them probably to add him sometime this week. He is over there on DraftKings 5,900 for Kyler Murray. Probably a little early to jump on board him, but hey, you just never know. We got 10 games. As I mentioned, the high over-under of the week this week is the Houston-Cincinnati game. That one's sitting at about 48.5, tied with the Detroit and Charger game sitting at 48.5. We got San Francisco and Jacksonville sitting at 45.5. Washington and Seattle also sitting at 45.5. On the low end of the over-unders, we got Cleveland and Baltimore sitting at 37.5. The Giants and Dallas sitting at 38.5. Pittsburgh and Green Bay 38.5, and then Tennessee and Tampa Bay coming in at 38.5 as well. As far as team totals go, high on the list, we got Dallas 27.5, Cincinnati 27.25, Seattle sitting at 26, Detroit 25.5, and then we got San Francisco sitting at 24.25. On the low end of team totals this week, we got the Giants at a whopping 11. That's just terrible, just downright terrible. And then we got Cleveland 15.75. We got Green Bay at 17.25. Tennessee 18.5. Tampa Bay coming in at 19.5. Man, Giants 11. That's just, man, that's puke. That's god awful. Man, I'm sorry, Giant fans. Either way, hey, DVP versus the quarterbacks, the worst defenses versus the quarterback position so far this year. Washington coming in at 32. We got Philadelphia coming in at 31. We got the Chargers coming in at 30, Tampa Bay 29, and then we got Chicago coming in at 28. And toughest defenses against the quarterback so far this year, Baltimore coming in at 1, Cleveland 2, Carolina 3, Green Bay 4, and San Francisco coming in at 5. Let's just take a quick peek here at last week's rushing leaders. These guys are on the main slate here. Only the guys on the main slate. Lamar, 10 carries, 60 yards. We got Dobbs with 7 carries, 66 yards. Prescott had 6 for 14. Burrow had 5 carries for 4 yards. And then Howell also had 5 for 27. Only 3 quarterbacks last week scored rushing touchdowns. Hurts was 1, Allen was 1, and Dobbs 1. 2 of the 3 of those guys are definitely not on the main slate. As I was telling you earlier, only Dobbs had a rushing touchdown last week. Let's take a quick peek here at 3 guys that I'm going to be looking at here early this week for my top quarterbacks. My top guy I'm going to be looking at here has got to be Joe Burrow, 8,200 versus Houston. Burrow's just been looking back to his old self here with his play in the last several weeks, especially with his rushing attempts here and his legs. He looks to be healthy. 11 rushing attempts here in his last game here, especially with Buffalo. He looked pretty good there, 348 yards. He had 2 passing touchdowns. Man, I like this guy at home this week against Houston and Stroud, who obviously showed us they can put up some points this week. Could we see a potential shootout here in that game? Give me some Joe Burrow, like him at 8,200 over there on FanDuel. Next guy I'm going to be looking at here, I didn't have him number 1 for a reason. That'd be Lamar Jackson. I just don't like the matchup here versus Cleveland. But hey, last time he went up against him here, the guy scored 2 rushing touchdowns against Cleveland, 29 yards off 9 carries and a 28-3 win here. I mean, hey, the rushing upside, he truly is the only rushing threat here on the slate today, or with this slate here. But give me some Lamar Jackson, 8,300 versus Cleveland. We definitely need him to score some touchdowns. Gus Edwards, just leave our guy alone. Stop taking them touchdowns. And then Lamar Jackson for me, 8,300 versus Cleveland. Next guy I'm going to be looking at here, Justin Herbert, 8,500 versus Detroit. Herbert's going to have to throw the ball here to beat Detroit in a game with a total of 48.5. I just can't see them rushing the ball too well here. Could dump a lot of balls off here to Eckler. Definitely like Herbert and Allen in this game here. Definitely think this one could go back and forth. As I mentioned, the highest over-under on the slate. So far at home this year, Herbert's been doing pretty well, averaging almost 21 points a game. Give me some Herbert at home here versus the Lions in this game, 8,500 over there on FanDuel. But hey, that's going to do it for a quick little rundown of some quarterbacks this week. I'll be back at you tomorrow with some wide receivers as we break it down for you. We'll be back with some running backs over there on Thursday. Friday, we'll break down some tight ends and some defenses. Don't forget about promo code MAYO over there for SHIPIT Nation. Come and join the fun with us. Expert content, projections, tools, community. Get you all the sports we cover here. 10% off your membership. Definitely make sure you guys get over there and check it out. But hey, I'll be back at you tomorrow. Good luck in all your DFS tournaments. Hopefully you ship it. We'll see you here tomorrow talking some running backs, wide receivers. I'm sorry. Catch you tomorrow. Let's ship it.